kids, talking with them, knowing what happens in their day-to-day life, their perspectives, or cooking food. These may be spread across as a smaller activities, or watching the sun rise in the beach, Puducherry being a beach destination. These may be smaller activities.
If you look back, is there is any turning point where you felt, no, I can't make it?
During COVID, I have seen my people whom I have looked upon as an inspiration or as a role models, or who have made me feel wow. They have been a Josh Talks speakers.
Today, I'm joined by a truly inspiring woman, the founder of Sukham Handmade, Mrs. Ruckmani Ananthanarayanan, ma'am. A plant based, plastic free skincare and hair care solutions for all ages. A brand that has redefined safe skincare for kids and adults. She is the two-time Bombay awardee, Kidsstoppress Awardee, and also she recognized by the Puducherry government as a female-led entrepreneur. Above all, she's a mother who beautifully balances her roles. Let's hear her story, one of resilience, innovation, and empowerment. First of all, welcome to my podcast.
Thank you, my pleasure.
Ma'am, first of all, congratulations on building Sukham Handmade into such a trusted skincare and hair care brand. Could you share with us how this journey began? What was the spark that made you create to create Sukham?
Looking back, starting a venture of my own or starting Sukham Handmade was not even in my cards. But when my kids, the twins were born to be specific, I started to explore sustainable lifestyle. Then one led by another, my friends encouraged me to launch this as a business, and then Sukham Handmade happened. More about, apart from that, I wanted to have my financial independence because being in a joint family and a joint family business, to have a financial independence was most needed at that point of time. So Sukham happened eventually at that in 2019.
Great. The name Sukham itself means well being and comfort. What is the story of choosing this name?
When I was thinking what name to have, because this was a handmade sort of business, and we were figuring out what name to choose. And at that point of time, organics or natural or chemical free, these were and are still over abused words. So I definitely did not want to have organics as in the name. Then I felt whoever uses the product should feel the, we say in Sanskrit, a sukha anubhava, the pleasure kind of experience. Then we figured, why not Sukham? And Sukham being a handmade. So that is how Sukham Handmade was coined.
Okay. So handmade skincare is competitive space.
Yeah.
How did you choose this as your niche?
Yeah. When I started Sukham Handmade, I knew there are a lot of players in that, both in the state or South India or even across India. But since the journey started with sustainable lifestyle, I wanted the core pillars to be reflecting upon these principles of plastic free packing and choosing ethical ingredients, because I know certain nuances of this industry mimicking synthetic fragrances. So I was very clear of what sort of ingredients I will choose, what ethics I will follow in choosing the raw materials. So these became the niche of this entire brand, the packing, how it is made in small batches. And with this I figured out I wanted to reach more parents, and any parent would need an authentic product for their own kid and then to their family. So Sukham Handmade had and has the pillars of transparency, having the responsibility of having plastic free packing. So among all the players, or so many players, we stand different by these pointers or pillars now.
Every founder faces challenges. What are the most hurdles, biggest hurdles you have faced across?
Hurdles came from outside as well as from my own within self. Firstly, I doubted myself whether I will be able to pull it off because my kids were really younger, and multitasking and time management was really a big task for me. So then I thought, if not now, I will be never able to bounce forward. So I had to do. I was very determined. If I look back, that Rukmani then was very determined. The perseverance was phenomenal. And then I figured out, if time management was a task, I started to plan my activities with a buffer, because I cannot have all the activities at a go. Some days may throw challenges. So with a buffer, we started to figure it out one by one. And regarding self doubts, there was a lot of phases and time I thought I will be never able to make it. But it happened so that I mingled with the right kind of people who instilled confidence in me, and that is how I started to leave the doubts behind and then to march forward. And from then, my mantra is always simple: one day at a time and one step at a time. So this helped me to manage the overwhelmed phases or situations. I would not say I crossed everything, but comparatively, it is a better state of mind to face challenges. So no one has it all, and no one can need to have it all also. I chose my priorities. I had a scheduled day, and most of the time it goes as per the schedule. And I seek help when I need. That's also one important point.
As a woman entrepreneur in Pondicherry, what kind of ecosystem and support system helped you to grow?
Um, I would say there are always ecosystems if provided we are ready to look forward. So for me, I needed like-minded people or the support technically or in marketing, and to encourage the morality. So Pondicherry has so many business networks, especially for women or gender inclusive. There are many associations for that. So they hold meetings, they promote the businesses, they bring in visibility. And with these days of social media, it would not be fair for me to say we should restrict to our locality alone to get an ecosystem for support. We live in the world of the broad presence of social media and internet. So ecosystem lies everywhere. If we decide to choose, seek help, or to know where we should learn and lean upon.
If you look back, is there is any turning point where you felt, no, I can't make it?
There are not one but many. When my kids were growing up, or when I started to learn business in the very first phase, I thought this will never happen to me, because I am a commerce graduate, and I started to know the basics of business after marriage. And it was a B2B business, and it was so dry topic for me. I definitely did not want to be an entrepreneur at all. And my father-in-law said once that you just be silent, open your ears, and I will instill all that you want to have. He did that. And when my kids were born, when Sukham Handmade was on the roll, with the time constraints or growing kids, their health challenges, because we know how the initial days of parenting will be, the postpartum depression and all those stuff. I thought I'm not going to make it happen. But then one day I realized, if I'm dropping it there, there was no meaning for me to carrying all the way till then. So one extra step would not hurt, but one extra step will change the journey. So even now, when everything goes tough, I would think one extra step, because maybe there lies the change or the starting point of success. So there were many tough times, but with each tough time, my perspective started to evolve. I, as a person, from self doubt to a confident, from fearing or I was a person who even felt so. I have been an introvert after coming to Pondicherry. Now, no, it is not the case. But with every challenge, I see the person in me got evolved as well.
You are a mother of three sons. Yeah. While being a brand builder, how do you balance?
It's my perspective that balancing is a perspective word. everybody has different meaning attached to that. I have come to terms that I may not have all every day. Some days business may be good, but I may sulk at parenting. Some days the parenting space may be very good, but business may not be so good. But I have starting to notice the techniques or the systems which may help me to have a balanced growth, balanced presence across all that I do. And I do a lot of grounding for myself because my work, as much as relies physically, I also have a lot to work on mentally. A teenager, kids, and family front, dealing with customers, suppliers, so many challenges across the social media competitors. There is a lot of mental work going on every single moment. So unless I keep myself grounded and balanced, so my balancing predominantly lies on my mental health, emotional well-being. So I have my meditation practices. They help me to get the best out of these situations. I would not say I'm balanced all the days, but whatever I am, I'm putting in certain efforts consistently. They help.
You are also a Joe Stock speaker. What was the experience was like?
Josh Talks, even if I talk about that now, it is a surreal moment for me because during COVID, I have seen my people whom I have looked upon as an inspiration or as a role models or who have made me feel wow. They have been a Josh Talks speakers. I would also thought and wished, what if I make it to that stage? I still remember my manifestation list or my vision boards had Josh Talks, me featuring the Josh Talk stage. And when that happened, when I got a call or when that happened, it was so surreal for me. I remember the day when I drove with my kids there and standing in front of the camera, the flow, how it went, the preparations, and the day when the video was rolled out, the feedback. It is a very surreal experience for me. But the key takeaway would be one should not leave the self doubts to dominate so much because I've thought many times whether I will be able to make it to that. But Joe Stocks made me understand that self doubts don't matter at all, provided if we take one step every single day, upskilling ourselves, seeking help, and doing the best in what we are set to. Have a goal, give it all that you want, and I don't think self doubt have has any role here. Joe Stocks to me always has a special place, validating one's courage and strength, and I will always be grateful for that opportunity.
So Sukham Handmade is already a global brand. Yeah. So what's the future now? What's the future of Sukham?
I started Sukham Handmade with one of the key pointers being financial independence, and now we have women as a core team in Sukham's operations, from packing to admin and everything. I vision a bigger scale of operations with more of a female. It is not because of the gender bias, but I feel when we strengthen a woman with knowledge, with earning opportunities, with the confidence and courage, the entire household blooms. When one household blooms, and this happens across every household, the society has a healthy systems. I'm not putting down any gender here, down here, but when a woman is confident, that passed on to the next generation, and slowly with all the negativity and toxic behavior we see across all the platforms, when this kind of a change is instilled, the society will be a better place to live for the future generation. And overall, it is good to have a healthy atmosphere in the home, in the workplace, and across the society. So my greater vision is to have a very larger space of Sukham Handmade, and women leading all the positions there. And I also want to upskill them, not that they will come and work there and go, but I want to upskill them with cross verticals, so that learning is joy for me. I know how thrilling it is for me, and I want to pass that to every single human, because every human should be tasting the joy of learning. When we learn something new, implement, crack a challenge, that is immense joy and pleasure. Every human being should taste that joy. And when I to that position after 5 years or some years, I want to give the opportunities to learn, people be liberated in knowledge, confident in knowledge, apart from the regular earning.
Ma'am, you are a mother of three sons. Would you share a bit about your postpartum journey?
My postpartum journey was mixed. The first time it was an easy cakewalk because having a child for the first time, it joy or the happiness took the lead, which buried all the challenging. It there were challenging times like the colic or the sleepless nights, the challenges in nursing them. But the second time, it was really a challenge because tandem nursing two kids, looking after the elder one, and that was not a rosy picture at all. It was challenging, and that is one reason think the I think people should be more aware. Should be talking more about how supportive the entire system can be towards a mother who has delivered, supporting her towards the postpartum journey, and just be there for her decisions, whether to how to diaper the kids, how to feed the kids. I'm not voicing out for any particular method. Even if a mother chooses to bottle feed her kids, that's fine, it's her choice. More than breastfeeding, any fed kid is a happy kid. That's what we want. So to give spaces for their mother to parent, for the parents to take their decisions, be there, offer there a supportive space. It could be better for many to have that kind of a opportunity. So I would strongly recommend, and also I would recommend or suggest the young mothers to voice out their needs, because or there are many, some people are not having that privilege to have that kind of a support in home. But I would say I am very privileged mother when I had my cloth diapering tribe with me. And though we were spread across many cities, we knew some or the other people will be ready to listen to us. And that tribe really matters to me even now. My twins are 7 years old, to be 8 next month. The same would be across other mothers also. But we have a strong bond of connection, and we have no judgment because we all have in the same phase of postpartum. So these days, there are many opportunities to share the face with other mothers online, and we should make use of the spaces.
In India, we often see women carry the major burden of contraception, from pills to surgeries, where men are rarely expected to carry responsibilities. What is your thoughts on this imbalance?
Motherhood defined many portions of me. I did not know I will become this kind of a mother, and I also acknowledge that there is a long way to go. Just my son, the elder one is teen now, but responsibility of a parent is not just feeding, giving them the studies, exploring them to trendy parties or luxurious vacations or destinations. It goes much beyond that, making them responsible with starting to make them to do the house chores rather than defining this is a women's job, this is a men's job. So just to clean your plate, do make your own food. When this happens, the space becomes safer for the parent and the kid to talk about more sensitive topics or sensible topics, including how to support the women in pregnancy, in delivery, in postpartum. There comes the contraception, because depending on their choice, the family or the raising of the family, together in the family, everything is a mutual responsibility. When the women can step in to make the financial position better of the family, men should come forward to make the situation conducive for the family, not only for the women. And much awareness is needed in this space. Breaking the taboo starts with the parents talking about much sensible topics to the kids, and that will be a game changer. So, going forward, mothers, fathers, whoever has a better rapport with the kids, they should impart the knowledge of how to conduct themselves as a better adult, better husband, better wife, better parent. And we should talk about this more often to the kids. In this way, maybe a decade or 2 decades later, this change may have happened so smoothly. I really wish for that. Mhm.
If you give a message to young mothers or women listening to this podcast, what would you want them to know about self care and standing up on their choices?
We normally think self care is about going to some spas or visiting good vacation spots or treating to nice, tasty foods or being with a loved one. Of course, they are part of self care, but self care starts with self respecting also. We should know for what reasons we should stand for, where we should not others let cross the boundaries, and drawing firmer boundaries and standing by that. That is the crucial and the core part of self care. If we are not respecting ourselves, no one else will. So, apart from taking care of us materially, physically, mental self care is very, very important. We should know what to consider, what to spend our energy on. We think twice or thrice where to invest our money, but where to invest our energy is more crucial. Certain topics or certain situations are much beyond our control or beyond our liking. In that scenarios, we should know how to react, how to preserve our energy. However closer our circle is, we may have one person in our circle one, but they may be toxic to us. We should know how to deal with ourselves, with our emotions. That comes the core part of self-care. And standing for ourselves, we have been raised in such a way in for years together that if we tell something about how we feel, that becomes the talking back. That is not the case. We can respectfully convey our opinions also, and once conveyed, we should stand by that. And we should also not judge anyone who does that in respect. It should not be like I stand for myself. When you are standing for yourself, I will question you, or I will judge you, label you as arrogant, whatever. People have different options, opinions. We are free to have. Just like I am free to have my own opinions, you are free to have your own also. So I should respect my space. I should protect my space. I should also respect your space. My freedom ends where your nose begins.
That's great, ma'am. Going forward, I want to ask about the Hindi imposition in Tamil Nadu. It's the being a Hindi, being belong from Hindi state. I do face a lot of problems here. So, what's your take on this? Is really Hindi imposition is really a real issue?
See, I would strongly say we are not kids anymore. Kids believe whatever they are told upon. But even these days, kids are also exploring whether that is true or not. Being an adult, we have a moral responsibility to see, to find what is true, what is not. We don't live in an era where knowledge is restricted, resources are restricted. We have umpteen choices to data, resources, policies. So before going ahead, what is imposed or not, we should see what is true or not. As a mother, I am educating my kids. I, being deprived of many opportunities, I wanted to learn Hindi when I was younger. Due to financial reasons and other reasons, we were not having that kind of an atmosphere. But when I was having my kids, I started to explore the kind of opportunities to put my kids to learn, because human race is one kind. We can learn, the other species cannot learn. When we do that, we should do learning against all the odds. And when certain policies are rolled out, before having our own opinions, we should see what is true, what is not. And I, as a mother, predominantly here, I would welcome any policy that supports, that enhances, or that increases the opportunities to learn more. I, at this age, feel so thrilled, and I feel so much of pleasure in learning. In that case, kids in this age, they have more opportunities, the bandwidth, their neurosystems are wired in such a way to adapt more learning. If we are depriving of those opportunities without proper understanding, or without investing so much of efforts in that, if we are depriving opportunities for the kids to learn, that is not fair. As an adult, we are misusing our responsibility. After saying all this, I have to say that yes, I have read the policy. I have seen the policy says we need to learn one more language for whatsoever known reasons. Some groups impose their own limited knowledge on this, but every parent, because they have the greater capacity here to say, I want this to my kid, I want this for myself or the future generations. So parents have a better say in this. They should exercise their power.
From this point of view, how important it is to learn Hindi?
Yeah, what started as learning for my kids, I I wanted to learn Hindi. Then, when my kid was in kindergarten, there was a subject, and I sending him to school. I used to go to the Hindi classes. It was really a fun moment for me to learn the alphabets right from the starting stage. Though I have people mocked me, "Yeah, at this age you are starting the alphabets," but that was the gateway to learning, right? To start the join the letters, to read that. That is pure joy for me. And when people ask, "What is this meaning?" Nothing thrills me than to learn and to make use of that knowledge. When this happened in the broader perspective, now coming into the business, I cannot say that I will serve only to this sector. Of course, I need money. Then I expand my area. People across all the regions come. There should be one common factor to connect us: language. And I cannot expect everybody to know talk in English. So, India being a widely diverse country, and our business opportunities lying more on the northern side, this became an advantage for me. And I really feel happy when that kind of an opportunity lands on me. I convert that. As I said, making use of the knowledge is purely thrilling. And in coming to Sukham Handmade, my suppliers are spread and my customers are pan India. And people choose a product after clarifying their doubts when they feel so comfortable in their mother tongue. I also have my respect to mother tongue, but when people talk in their language, which is also known to me, I help solving their problem. I earn money. It is like a win-win situation. They get a good product, I get good money, and I feel happy that my product goes to many regions because I help them, and this language is helping me. So learning is not a sin. We should do that more.
So beautifully, you.
Who does not want money? So, when learning an extra language opens up more opportunities for you, I would definitely not restrict. Rather, I will even go for more opportunities to learn. Everyone should actually.
So, what you do in your free time? What's your passion apart from entrepreneurship and
I find pockets of joy in my little activities. It may be very simple, but I really feel the connectivity of my mind to that. Just like gardening or drawing a column, that is so traditional, but that is very meditative. And stitching embroideries or reading books, watching some feel good movies. Some movies may be very, very repetitive, but the feel good movie or the feel of those movies, I again and again go back to those movies, and talking with my people, and talking with my like-minded people, and driving, spending time with my kids, talking with them, knowing what happened or happens in their day-to-day life, their perspectives, or cooking food. These may be spread across as a smaller activities, or watching the sun rise in the beach, Pondicherry being a beach destination. These may be smaller activities, but the resonance of these activities to my mind, they are really huge. I specifically allot time to connect to these activities on a rotational basis so that I charge myself. So these are my go-to activities to recoup myself.
So, can we talk about your father in law? He was the pillar of support for you.
So after coming to Pondicherry, I was told that I need to be taking care of the family business in the admin side. I come from an employee background. So it was like, first, okay, let me see what is that. But when I started to explore, it was like Greek and Latin for me. And it was so dry for me because none of them interested me. And I was like, please leave me, I will go. Then my father-in-law said, "You just be open your ears. I will transfer all the information that you need. Just accept that." But that changed the entire perspective. So I started to learn the nuances of the business, like costing, marketing, finance, office admin, everything, even the basics to the core pillars. So when I was learning that, and gradually after my kids twins happened, when Sukham Handmade happened, these were the core points which helped me to land upon the proper costing, or how I should market, how I should handle the finance, and if at all I have an entrepreneur mindset, it comes from him, and the perseverance, the mind not to get offended, or the mind not to be scared for any challenge. All these came from that phase.
So, what is the future of Sukham?
Though Sukham Handmade is a, like, we have customers across the globe now, I want the visibility to be in a larger and wider scale, not only considering about the revenue and the growth perspective, but Sukham Handmade is started on the core principles of offering safe products and standing in the lines of sustainability. So when we become big, we will have obviously the more customers range, but the greater impact will be people's satisfaction, and also the carbon footprint, because every personal care product now comes with the plastic packaging. People use and throw away, which contributes to the landfill. And when it gets burnt in the landfill, the kind of toxic gases get released. The cycle is too scared to even talk about. I want to break this, and though we are a growing brand in this space, when we grow big, when we have a larger impact on the consumerism pattern itself, I believe the landfill contribution from the plastic bottles or the disposables will come to a major extent. So I want that kind of an impact. People happily choose to succumb, more people choosing succumb, and larger impact for the planet, with also a breather for them, that they choose a safe product for their entire family.
It's so amazing, ma'am. So, we are approaching the final question.
Okay.
When people think of Sukham Handmade,
Huh.
what's the one emotion or feeling you want them to associate?
Peace.
Okay.
Yeah, because just as I said, they want to feel the pleasure, the peace of choosing the right product without any guilt. That's what I want.
So, here's the 60-second with Rukmani, ma'am. Tea or coffee?
Coffee, tea, if there is any mid space there, like
Morning person or night owl?
obviously morning person.
Sari or western wear?
Sari,
Your comfort food?
anything with mushroom.
No rasam rice?
Yeah, but mushroom, that lies the first thing.
Okay. Books or podcast?
Books.
Favorite book? Any book recommendations?
I have so many. Currently, I'm reading the book Think and Grow Rich, but I like Robin Sharma the more. So I would recommend Who Will Cry When You Die.
Okay.
Simple book, good book actually.
One word your kids use to describe you?
Warden.
Instagram or LinkedIn?
Instagram.
Favorite Tamil snack?
Tamil snack, right?
Hmm.
Murku.
If not entrepreneur, what would you be?
I don't think so. Okay. A teacher.
Okay. One skincare ingredient you swear by?
Consistency.
Beach holiday or hill station?
Beach.
Your stress buster after a long day?
A foot soak.
Role model in your life?
Many. Depends from face to face.
Okay. Parenting hack you love?
There is no parenting hack actually. You have to cross that. So one day at a time.
Okay. Award that's closest to your heart?
Sorry, what was that?
Award that is closest to your heart?
Kidsstoppress Awards.
Okay. The best advice you receive as a woman entrepreneur?
You are inspiring. That matters the most to me.
One app you can't live without?
Not one, many, but Instagram tops that.
Handmade or machine made?
Handmade always.
Who inspires you every morning?
My own self. I beat that lethargy if some days I have, but my goal lies in front of me, so I do that.
So that's the 60 second with Ruckmani, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.